Trump is claiming in a post on his social media platform that he will be arrested on Tuesday. This is in relation to the Manhattan DEA's investigation into hush money payments made to adult film star Stormy Daniels ahead of the 2016 presidential election.
Donald J. Trump announced on his social media today that he will be arrested on Tuesday following a case where there was some files leaked and other allegations that could put him behind bars for a very long time if he gets convicted of any of the charges that we are going to talk about in today's video. Why is Donald Trump getting arrested? In 2018, adult film actress Stormy Daniels, whose real name is Stephanie Clifford, alleged that she had an affair with Donald Trump, the former President of the United States, in 2006. The alleged affair reportedly occurred shortly after Trump's wife, Melania, gave birth to their son Barron. Daniels claimed that she was paid $130,000 in hush money by Trump's lawyer, Michael Cohen, just before the 2016 presidential election to keep quiet about the affair. Trump denied having an affair with Daniels and said that the payment was not related to the election but rather to protect his reputation. The allegations came to light when the Wall Street Journal reported on the hush money payment in January 2018. Following the report, Daniels filed a lawsuit against Trump and Cohen, seeking to be released from a non-disclosure agreement she signed as part of the hush money payment. Trump and Cohen denied the allegations and sought to dismiss the lawsuit. The lawsuit garnered widespread media attention, and Daniels appeared on several talk shows and news programs to discuss the alleged affair. In March 2018, Daniels offered to return the $130,000 to Trump in exchange for being released from the non-disclosure agreement. In August 2018, Cohen pleaded guilty to campaign finance violations related to the hush money payment, and said that he had made the payment at the direction of Trump. Trump denied the allegations and said that Cohen was lying to get a reduced sentence. In December 2018, Cohen was sentenced to 3 years in prison. The allegations between Stormy Daniels and Donald Trump have continued to be a subject of public interest and controversy. Some have criticized Trump's behavior and alleged efforts to cover up the affair, while others have questioned the credibility of Daniels' claims. Hush money case. The hush money payment made to Stormy Daniels by Donald Trump's lawyer, Michael Cohen, has been a subject of controversy and legal scrutiny. Cohen pleaded guilty in August 2018 to 8 criminal charges, including campaign finance violations, tax evasion, and bank fraud. As part of his guilty plea, Cohen admitted to making the $130,000 payment to Daniels at the direction of Trump, which he said was intended to prevent her from going public with her story about the alleged affair. Cohen's guilty plea suggested that the hush money payment was an illegal campaign contribution because it was made just before the 2016 presidential election and was intended to influence the outcome of the election. Federal election law limits the amount that an individual can donate to a political campaign, and Cohen's payment exceeded that limit. The payment also raised questions about whether it violated laws related to transparency in campaign finance. Federal law requires that campaign contributions be reported to the Federal Election Commission, FEC, and the hush money payment to Daniels was not reported. Cohen's guilty plea suggested that he and Trump deliberately hid the payment from the FEC, which could constitute a violation of federal election law. In response to the allegations, Trump denied having an affair with Daniels and said that the payment was not related to the election. He also said that he reimbursed Cohen for the payment out of his personal funds, rather than campaign funds, and therefore did not violate campaign finance laws. How long will he be arrested for? According to Shanlon Wu, a white-collar defense attorney and former federal prosecutor, if Donald Trump is indicted for white-collar crimes related to financial dealings, he would likely surrender to authorities, rather than being publicly arrested. Defense counsels typically receive notice when their white-collar clients are being indicted and make an appointment to bring their client in to be booked and fingerprinted. Trump's lawyers may even seek special arrangements given his status as a former president to avoid walking through the front entrance of the courthouse or police station to be more discreet. If indicted, Trump would have to go through the same booking process as any other defendant, including being fingerprinted and having a mug shot taken. However, given his ties to the community and ongoing 2024 presidential campaign, the judge would likely deem him a low-flight risk and immediately release him on bond. Law enforcement agencies at the local, state, and federal levels have been preparing the Manhattan Criminal Court for the possibility of Trump's indictment. Security measures would be heightened, and court security may set up a barrier zone to control access to the courthouse. Jury selection could be a lengthy and challenging process due to the high-profile nature of the case and the public's preconceived opinions about Donald Trump. The prosecution and defense could use voir dire questioning to ensure impartial jurors, and a judge could issue a gag order to restrict all parties from talking to the press. The judge could also choose to sequester jurors to limit their exposure to outside influence or information. If the case is still ongoing during Trump's run for president in 2024, it could pose serious constitutional quandaries. Conclusion? If Donald Trump were to get arrested, it could have significant implications for the 2024 presidential election. If he were indicted and convicted of a felony, he would be disqualified from running for federal office, including the presidency, unless he receives a pardon, or has his conviction overturned on appeal. However, if the case is ongoing and unresolved at the time of the election, Trump could technically still run for president. If Trump were to run for president while under indictment or facing criminal charges, it would likely become a major issue in the election. It could damage his reputation and hurt his chances of winning, especially if his opponents use it as a way to question his judgment and suitability for office. Additionally, the legal proceedings could distract from the campaign and make it difficult for Trump to focus on his message and policies. It could also generate negative media attention and potentially impact voter turnout. Ultimately, it is impossible to predict exactly how an arrest or indictment would impact the 2024 presidential election, but it would certainly be a major and unprecedented development in American politics.